It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
With Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland. Both these teams excited about the matchup, feeling confident that they can prevail. We will see shortly how those aspirations pan out. And we'll be watching Dwight Howard manning the center spot in this one. He's never going to be, say, a 20 and 12 guy again, but his rebounding is still valuable.
Father Time takes a lot of things away, but it can't take away your height. Still has the size and the ability to be a huge factor on the glass on a nightly basis. Kenny, go ahead and say it.
Superman is in the building. I'll tell you, he's always averaged double-digit rebounds in the league, and I don't think that's going to go away no matter what happens. And he's born to rebound. Superman is in the – okay, I'll stop.
I've been here. Thank you very much.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The fans are making noise at Quicken Loans Arena here in Cleveland for their Cavaliers. And it's the Hawks to start out. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Atlanta. On the wings, it's Korver and Bazemore. Howard is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Schroeder in at point. Now here's Korver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The baseline J. Bazemore misses.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense.
Oh!
Yikes! Wow. Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And the Hawks, Brent, going with the brand revamp, throwback logo, new uniforms. How do you like the new look?
Yeah, they're not bad. I don't like when they mismatch the jerseys, Kevin. They'll do the red on the bottom with the charcoal gray on top. I get a little bit confused. I'm more of a traditionalist that way, but we haven't seen a lot of neon in the NBA, but the Hawks bringing it in. And I also, Kevin, like the way that some of the franchises recently have gone to the new almost soccer circular logo. So I like the way Atlanta has situated themselves with that sort of styling.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Smith on the wing. Back to James. Irving for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Cavaliers on D. It's a 3-point game. Schroeder kicks to Howard. Back to Schroeder. Poked away. Down low. That's good from Howard on the assist by Schroeder.
And that's Howard's game. These interior looks that he puts in so easily.
Love goes in. Cleveland moving it around. Thompson dishes to Love. And Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer named the 2015 Coach of the Year in the NBA after their impressive run to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
You think about the intricacies of the system that Coach Bud watched for so many years in San Antonio, and to be able to step into Atlanta, grab a group of players, and get them to operate on that kind of level. Just a fantastic job by Mike Budenholzer moving forward.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
On defense, the Hawks. Irving kicks to Love. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Smith outside. Lets it go with a three. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
When you let a big guy like Millsap roam around near the glass, he really gobbles up the offensive rebounds and can stick you.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
Well, Kevin, this team does have some powerful finishers inside, and he said that option is always going to be one for them. He said, when in doubt, I want our guys to be aggressive, get inside, and force the defense to collapse. That creates inside-out opportunities. Kevin, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's LeBron, following the three by Atlanta, and stolen by Bazemore. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. The 10-footer. Korver passes to Schroeder. It's taken away by Smith. To the inside to end the run, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That's on Dwight Howard.
Clearly a foul.
For Cleveland, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Brent, you look around the league and teams are starting to dig into the numbers and really analyze the game carefully. I know that you enjoy analytics. You've always been known yourself as an efficient scorer. When you take a look at the numbers, how do you see them? How do you interpret them?
I think there are some things that are very advantageous for players to take a look at with regards to how it is that they play and where they're most effective. Because one of the things, Kevin, it can sort of reestablish your confidence. And there can be spots on the floor where you get to where you might feel better because somebody has presented those numbers to you. I will tell you, Kevin, that probably the guy that I played with in the latter stages of my career that used the numbers the most was a guy by the name of Shane Battier. Shane loved to look deep into the books and try to gain some sort of advantage numerically and statistics-wise on his opponent, and really was one of the few guys that would go deeper than most.
Have analytics changed the game, do you think?
I believe so, but still for players, I think that they're a long way from being able to understand exactly what it is that the numbers are telling them. That time is coming where players really want to know those kind of things, and the tutorial sessions between the coaching staff and the players, I think, are on the horizon. Yeah, getting after it right now. You love the passion and desire on that play. Excellent rebound, and then the stick back.
Splitter sets a screen, and that one's good. Schroeder.
Timeout. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working.
Come on, gentlemen. Let's go. Korver is lighting us up tonight. He's losing us off the...
Is to dye his hair blonde. Instead, he did just that spot.
Well, it's become a bit of his trademark, Kevin, and during the 15-16 NBA season, even had his number 17 emblazoned in gold back there. So it's not the only thing right now that's setting him apart. There aren't many German players in the NBA. Of course, we think of Dirk Nowitzki first, but Schroeder coming along nicely.
And here's Schroeder after the three-pointer from Amon Shumpert. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one, good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The rebound by Prince. For Atlanta, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Korver, no luck.
Yeah, it's one of those quarters where you're just incredibly frustrated that you did not impact it the way you wanted to. So nothing going right now.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Yeah, fans are getting their money's worth already. If you like high-scoring affairs, you're in the right place.
So it's the Hawks now, following the score by Cleveland. Cephalosha misses. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside, and slam dunk by Shumpert.
Love to see passes to guys on the move that are on target. They don't break stride.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. It's good from long range. Korver's got 5.
Once Korver establishes himself, he fires that without any hesitation.
Outside Shumpert. Shoots from the baseline, and so the ball out of bounds. Splitter touched it last. We've got 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Shumpert kicks to Williams. It could go. Got it!
No way!
Got it! What a shot!
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
It felt like he felt like time was winding down, saw the opening, nailed the shot.
And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion, on the court, it's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this game very serious.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
It's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Once they get out there in the open court, the speed and athleticism just takes over. Not much you can do to stop it.
LeBron James is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Iman Shumpert. Then there's Mo Williams. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, as always, the Atlanta Hawks run that fluid offensive system that is widely admired. Steve Kerr, our old friend, used to say they get to the next level of their offense. You take away the first option, they automatically get to the second. You take that one, they automatically and fluidly get to the third option. Very few teams do that. Kevin?
Passing and shooting, D.A., that's what it's all about. Thank you. Scott can't get it to go.
He looked like he was in rhythm to shoot that one, guys, especially as open as he was. Just clanged it. That set had everything but the finish. Even though they missed that shot, they know they will convert that more times than not.
Now here's Schroeder. And Bazemore kicks to Howard. Dishes to Scott. 6 to shoot. Atlanta again missing. Cleveland leading by 4. Here's James. That one falls. James has got 7 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. A different look now for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Frye. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Shumpert. Atlanta also making some changes here. Millsap comes in for Scott, and it's Korver in for Prince. Schroeder, and the rejection by Love. Here's James. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Brent, they say great offense beats great defense. It certainly is a tall task trying to stop the greats from scoring in this game. What is tougher from a defensive standpoint than to stop a great player? It just seems like there's so many different options and different ways a team or an individual can play them.
Defenses have to have the ability, Kevin, to make reads and get on the same page with regards to stopping the greatest players in the game. One player can't do it, so oftentimes we're talking about committing 2 defenders. What can the 3 guys on the back line of defense do against some of the game's greatest, and how is it that they can move on the string, read one another, and reassemble themselves within a possession? That is a tremendous skill that needs to be practiced, honed, and that's where great defenses gain confidence.
Well, I think communication probably is the priority when you begin that process.
It always starts with the talking, and that's where you see some of the greatest defenses have guys on the back line, the bigs pointing in certain directions, making sure they're directing traffic to make sure the problem areas on any possession are covered.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
You know what? I think he thinks.
I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Now let's stay sharp and finish strong.
The Hawks trail by 10. Pass to Howard. Outside Millsap. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. The Hawks working the ball around. Millsap a screen. Lets it go from deep. And it's Schroeder missing. Cleveland with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. It's deflected. Dunleavy kicks to Love. And stolen by Howard. Now here's Bazemore, defended by Dunleavy. Right side Millsap. And the rejection by Love. Right at the free throw line. No good from LeBron.
Well, it looked like he was hesitating on that one, guys. Have no clue why, though.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. LeBron.
Oh, that athletic. Yeah. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Schroeder dishes to Millsap. And the rejection by Love. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. Feeds it to Dunleavy. Here's the three. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Schroeder kicks to Millsap. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, you have to talk about Paul Millsap with glowing remarks to his skill set. One of the most skilled power forwards the NBA has, and you look up and down the stat sheet, he'll do it all. He'll block and steal and rebound and have assists. And oh, by the way, now able to stretch the floor out as a three-point shooter.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for James. Jefferson comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Williams in for Irving. Cephalosha misses. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Jefferson with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And Jefferson throws it down hard.
And scoring at will, starting to pull away here.
Yeah, the focus, the conviction, they've done everything possible to make tempo theirs.
And Millsap, since moving to the Eastern Conference, Brent, finally enjoying the recognition he deserves.
Yeah, a multiple-time All-Star, and he just keeps getting better. Even as he enters his 30s, Paul Millsap puts up impressive statistics.
Cephalosha passes to Muscala. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Muscala's got his first points of the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Tiago Splitter. Cleveland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
He kicks to Schroeder. Passes it to Cephalosha. He feeds it to Splitter. Schroeder against Love. Shot clock at 6. And it's Schroeder missing. Jefferson with the 3. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Cavaliers on top as they end the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Glad to have you back with us in Cleveland as we take a look down at the outside portion of Quicken Loans Arena. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Well, showed great discipline and only took good shots. So we'll see if he can keep that decision-making up here in the third.
The Cavaliers leading by 14. On the court for Atlanta, Schroeder runs the point with Korver to his side. Bazemore is the 3 with Millsap the 4. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Millsap with the steal. To the middle. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Outstanding job by Korver in how he swings the pass over to the most open man on the court.
Thompson dishes to James. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. The Cavaliers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And they say it's a players' league. How much do you think, Brent, does coaching make? What kind of difference does it make in the NBA compared to other leagues? And how much is it motivating players, the main job of a coach?
Some of the best coaches in our league, Kevin, aren't really the X's and O's guys that can draw up a play in a timeout. It's about massaging the character of your team, being able to take the pulse of your team and the temperature of your team. Yeah, and during the right times during the season, be able to activate maybe your brain in a different way and get you out of the monotony of what an 8-month season is about. So some of the more creative minds in our game are not the X's and O's guys, but the ones who try to do a little something different just to tweak you, to keep you engaged and make sure they get the best out of you.
Great insight. The Cavaliers leading by 15. He dishes it to Irving. James in the post. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. James has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
They're looking like
Bring it in. Take a seat.
The Hawks decide to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
So there's a guy on offense knocking down shots that forces an entire team to get together and talk about what he's doing to them. That's some impressive play right there.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Shumpert comes in for Smith. Prince is checked in for Atlanta. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Chris Humphries was first one of the best rebounders in the league, and now, after a few years of tinkering with the jumper, he's become a pretty good shooting big man. After the 2015 playoffs, Wizards coach Randy Whitman suggested that Humphries work on his three-pointer. Humphries said, "I hadn't really worked on it ever. I just had to adapt. I went at it trying to expand my game so I can play longer." Kevin?
I'm sure we'll see a lot of players trying to add that three, DA. Thank you.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
If these guys are focused on making a push with the basketball, they can be very good.
And Atlanta has possession, trailing by 19. Schroeder kicks to Howard. Now here's Schroeder, guarded by Fry. Here's Prince, banked in off the glass.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Outside Irving for three, sinks the triple. Irving's got 8 points.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
And smart to do that on the perimeter rather than go inside.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
It's one of those things, the team hits from downtown, the other side immediately wants to get back those points.
Count that one.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His fourth turnover hampering their efforts.
Jefferson's checked in for James. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Scott's checked in. Now here's Shumpert. He's got 7. Here's Thompson. That one doesn't drop. And Atlanta will come the other way. And Bazemore kicks to Howard. Prince outside, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson.
Well, you had the feeling that Dwight Howard was going to move on from Houston this last offseason. Ends up opting out and signing on with his hometown team, the Atlanta Hawks. Got a sizable 3-year deal as well.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Williams is checked in. And then for Atlanta, Splitter comes in for Dwight Howard. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Kent Bazemore. The Cavaliers leading by 19. And for Howard, he was courted by several teams in free agency, arguably the biggest name at the center spot.
Well, he met with several teams that would have been a good fit, but I think the hometown factor was too hard to pass up with Atlanta. Might be his last big contract in the league. Might as well take it for the team you loved growing up.
And a casualty of the Spurs freeing up space for LaMarcus Aldridge. They had to trade away Thiago Splitter. He went off to Atlanta.
Yeah, no surprise there, the connection with Budenholzer and the Spurs in tracking down Thiago Splitter to make him a nice addition to this basketball team. One thing you'd like to see is to have Thiago Splitter have a few healthy seasons before it's all said and done.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Thompson. The Hawks trail by 20. Knocked loose. Sefolosha with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. But they recover it. Sefolosha passes to Korver. Here's Scott. Kept alive by Atlanta. Sefolosha dishes to Korver. Splitter sets a screen for Korver. Kicks it to Prince. The floater, and they'll keep possession. Now Cleveland moving it up.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. 1:11 left in the third. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Atlanta called.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up.
Can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside, and boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, some of that right now might be a lack of toughness, but you can't combine that with laziness. Guys are not crashing down and closing off those driving lanes.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Love comes in for Shumpert, and J.R. Smith's subbed in for Mo Williams. Here's Fry. Atlanta with the rebound.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
Yeah, he's going to be down on himself about that one. He's a better player than that, and you'd hate to see that kind of miscue affect the outcome of the game.
Smith outside, fires the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Hawks shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. They double him with Love. Splitter kicks to Korver. That's tipped and stolen by Fry. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Here's Cephalosha following the score by Cleveland. Clock at 6. Pass to Millsap to stop the run, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Smith for 3, and that's not going to go. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Cavaliers on top, running away with it. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Hawks' shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. McRae is out there with Williams. Then it's James Jones. Then there's Anderson, and it's Dunleavy in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Jack's shot is good.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Deflects the pass. And the basket by Jones. And it's the Hawks' ball. And Jack kicks to Muscala. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Cleveland's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Here's McRae. Good D by Hardaway. Outside Jack, out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Anderson. LeBron comes in for James Jones. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Jordan McRae. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Williams. Atlanta also making some changes here. Howard's checked in for Mike Muscala. Ken Bazemore comes in for Hardaway. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Hawks. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Irving against Schroeder. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. Now Cleveland moving it up. Thompson with the ball. James, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go and then force the opponent to do something about it.
Atlanta making some changes. Humphries comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Prince in for Kyle Korver. Now here's Prince. There's the screen. The dish to Humphries. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Well, that happens sometimes. The ball just does not go down. But I'll tell you what, he'll take that shot every time.
Bazemore for three, trains the three-pointer.
Well, once Bazemore gets the ball off the pass, he immediately skies up for the jump shot and nails it. You like to see that kind of assertive, aggressive, confident attitude.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Brilliant move, feeding him down the stretch. That last one was a dagger.
Now, here's Scott. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Well, Mike Scott's coming along at a great time in the NBA as a guy who is a spread four. He spaces the floor and can knock down triples. That's something in his arsenal.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And you look at Mike Scott. He played at Virginia, a second-rounder back in 2012.
And pretty quickly establishing himself as a good rotation player in Atlanta. Not a great rebounder or a defender, but there's always a place for shooting, especially if you're a big in the NBA.
So it's the Hawks now, following the score by Cleveland. Schroeder with the ball, guarded now by Irving. Schroeder passes to Bazemore, tipped away, and it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Hawks ball. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. 4 on the shot clock. Nobody near Schroeder. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's James, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Atlanta gets called for the foul. The free throw drops for James. He's perfect from the line this time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
They get a hand on it. Now Schroeder. Takes the three. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. On the wing, Irving. James against Prince. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And that's how he makes his presence felt.
And Greg, we see him do it time and again. He is a special, special talent. And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Love, no good.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, I like the thought, but the execution was not there.
Schroeder kicks to Scott. Blanketed by the D, he fights to the rim for the layup. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the fourth. The pass to Shumpert. Here's Thompson. And the layup falls.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Now here's Bazemore, guarded closely. No good on the triple. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Cleveland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for LeBron James. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Lets a floater go, misses the layup.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim, got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go and then force the opponent to do something about it.
Now here's Bazemore. Three-pointer. The rebound by Kevin Love.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
LeBron against Prince. 13 feet away. James misses. There's the feed to Humphries. And the dunk by Humphries.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's James. From deep. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kevin, you guys pulled away in the second half. What were the differences?
You know, we all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
You got it done when it counted. Thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He was not to be denied in the fourth quarter, and his teammates could sense it. They kept feeding him the ball, and he kept delivering points. And Shaq, I can tell you want to say something. Your comments?
He was dominant, throwing one haymaker after another, and the crowd absolutely loved it. They were eating it up. It's a love affair between him and this city, especially when he's tearing it up like that. He delivered a beauty tonight.
Well, he just couldn't be stopped out there. Easily the best player on the court tonight. It wasn't just talent, he was the aggressor.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.